Okay, we are live. Let me go ahead and share out.
Oh, can you see us already? Oh,
Can
yeah.
I?
Got it. I've got it.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll share to my places.
All right. Let's see.
So 1, 2. And then share to my page.
Yeah. Hello, everyone coming on. Just give us a few moments. We're just sharing out into our groups. You can go ahead and put your name down or say hi or whatever you'd like to do. Today we're doing the heart chakra. We do have one person. We have Susan on the list. Hello, Susan.
Is she
She's
there?
here. Yay, she's
Woohoo!
here. So we got Susan here. I'm just gonna go share a little bit.
Just bear with us while we share. How you doing, honey?
How you doing, Susan?
So glad that you made it.
Yes. I guess it was just meant to be this way. She popped on immediately.
Yeah. We said that, didn't we, Susan? Like it was just one of those days. It was meant to be today.
Mhm.
Do you will you pop your link in the comments for
I,
people?
I thought I already did. It's on the it's on the banner. Okay.
It's on the banner, but sometimes it helps when it's in the comments, isn't it? When it's right there.
No, you're right. You're right. Let me do that.
Hi, Lisa, gorgeous. How are
Hi,
you?
Lisa. Hello. Thank you for coming on.
Oh, hi. We're doing heart healing today.
We are doing heart chakra healing today.
Although Susan wants sacral, don't you, Susan? Just let us know if that is what you want still.
For Susan, if you want, we can do. We can still do the heart, and then we can do the sacral. The sacral, I'm getting. She's already received that. The sacral.
Well, just asking her. Just let us know
Okay.
if you still want us to focus on the sacral or just see what comes up, or just let us know. How are you, Lisa? What have you been doing? It's got a bit cooler here, it's actually quite nice to be a bit cooler. We've had it really hot, which is unusual. You guys get it hot all the time. We talk about this all the time, don't we?
All right. Couple of reminders helped. Hi. Yes, the Susan.
Yeah, on Facebook, and I actually messaged you as well.
That's funny.
You're not missing this one.
Yes. All right. Let me
You
just.
still want us to focus on the sacral or just see what comes?
Let's see.
My voice.
Let me put it in.
Susan, let us know before we do start, like what you want us to focus on. Oh, thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
What have you been up to, hon? Okay, we can see what comes along.
Some comes along.
Go with the
flow.
Go with the flow, baby.
Oh, all right. We gotta go with the flow, person. Okay. All right.
I love that. I love going with the flow.
I'm learning. I'm getting more and more comfortable doing that. Like, I feel like if someone had said that to me about 8 months ago, I think we would have had a very, very different conversation. But
yeah, but that's what we've all been through that journey, though, haven't we? You know, it's it took me a while to get in the flow, and sometimes we're not always in the flow. Like it's just you can slip back into the habit of getting into the hustle and bustle of life, and you can forget to just surrender, just slow down and go with the flow. I've had to kick myself a couple of times, switch it up in the moment, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I always like to see that, and I always like to see, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But I think the real challenge is when you plan, for people who like to plan. I like to plan a lot. So when I do plan and I have like a year or 8 months or whatever, sometimes when the exact plan doesn't go according to what I want it to, I feel like I get a little bit frustrated, and I'm starting to realize that when I plan, I shouldn't ask for, like, if I'm asking for a job, I shouldn't ask for this hospital. I should ask for a job with this, which gives me this much pay, this much sign-on bonus that'll treat me well and respect me and honor me. If I ask for a significant other, these are the qualities I want in him. And you can put in height, weight, whatever you want, but it's more of being loose, so let spirit kind of have them give them a little bit of flexibility to work with the stuff you're giving them, because they're saying it's not like an instant press where they can do kind of give out whatever.
If only.
Lisa says, I'm on an old tablet, broke my screen on my phone yesterday. Apart from that, I'm good.
Oh no.
Oh,
I've been there. At least you've got your tablet.
well, I feel like Lisa should say thank you to her tablet. It took a hit for her.
At least you've got your tablet. Don't forget to pin your comment, Beishu, because your comment with the PayPal link's going to get lost.
I tried to do that. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, can you do it on your phone? Are you on your phone?
Yes, I am.
Oh, it won't let me do it, really. I tried. You've been grounding lots in the garden. Yay! That's good. That's good. Sometimes, like, it's normally Mercury retrograde that does me with electrics, but sometimes I can't touch electrics at all. There's just too much charge in me, and I'll just break anything. Yeah.
I like that. I like walking in the garden. And I know some people talk about just walking outside and just walking barefoot. And I've tried that initially with certain areas where there's water. I'm okay with it. But other areas where, so like I have like a personal fear, a personal inconvenience where I walk barefoot. I know there's certain pinworms and hookworms, and they kind of come burrowing through the skin.
Ooh.
And they come barefoot because they break the skin through the barrier of the toe. I really shouldn't be scaring people like this, but in my own in my own head. So that's why I kind of like, nature, barefoot, but I'm also like, all right, let me get some slippers on.
You're very cautious. That's it. You're just cautious.
I think I'm very mental brain, so I think I overthink.
Yeah, logical as well. I don't think about anything like that. I'll just go bare feet anyway.
It's nice. I'll do that at a beach. I'll be like, yes. And then I'll be like, oh, look at that thing floating towards me. That's okay, though.
Jellyfish, stay away.
I'll be like, I don't know if that's a good thing. All right, Lisa, so grateful for your tablet. Yeah, I know. And plus, you get to buy a new tablet now. The old tablet took a hit for you. All right. So anyone who's coming on, we're going to briefly talk about the heart chakra, and then we're going to go ahead and start with Susan. This is an open donation event. You are welcome to share out into your groups or pages. We would love that if you could do that for us. And you can go ahead and start, Pam, and talk about the heart chakra.
Yeah. So the heart chakra kind of speaks for itself, really, doesn't it? So when our heart chakra is balanced, we can feel the love, feel compassionate. Like, I remember going through really hard times and I was not able to be compassionate at all, either to myself or to anybody else. It took a long time for me to work on my heart chakra after all the pain that I'd kept down here for like 30 years. It can take a long time. Forgiveness is the one as well that works with the heart chakra. Obviously, when it's imbalanced, I feel like that's when fear can creep in from past pain. I know there's other things that can affect the heart chakra, but for me, the one that's singing out during this session is pain. Quite an obvious one. Obviously, it affects relationships, connections, and some guilt and shame can be there as well. It can affect the heart chakra. It all depends on what's happened in your lifetime, but at some point it will have affected your heart. So a lot can get stored here. Obviously, it can affect the higher heart too, and I know we're going to come on to that, aren't we? And it can also affect your throat, and it can also affect all the different organs. Like I know it can affect the lungs. It can also affect the respiratory side, even down to breathing. I had somebody who I was working with once who not only had the pain for breathing, they just felt unable to breathe just because of the pain that was here. And obviously you can work with all the crystals. And I know that green's the colour, so we can work with jade's a good one to work with when it comes to crystals. Green, what is it called? I've got one, green calcite. I've got my little green calcite with me. I do love calcite. Obviously, rose quartz is a big one. I've got my favourite heart amethyst shaped crystal that I work with, which is amazing for activating heart chakras because I've used it many a times. Just placing your hands on it in meditation, it's just beautiful. You can do a lot of things to shift it back in balance. Energy work, obviously, which is what we're here to do. We always talk about switching up the energy, and if you are Reiki attuned like Susan you are, you can do way more yourself with this. But we can come on to that if you want to once we've jumped into your session. So that's it. I don't want to go on and on and on. I'll let you talk, Vicky.
So I agree with a lot of the stuff you were saying, and I feel like when people's hearts, like, and I've experienced this as well, whenever our hearts, we've been through certain pain, it's hard to open different aspects of our heart back up and have it spinning the right way, right? Because the tendency is to close it and not spin it the right way. So it's then you're prone to, let's say, jealousy or grief or not able to manifest or because grief is stored, like trauma is stored in various different parts of your body, right? It's stored in your skin, your muscles, your fascia, whatever you want to say. And I'm not a doctor, this is my personal viewpoints. It's just stored in different areas. So one part of the area that can be stored in not only the heart, but the surrounding structures of the lungs.
Yeah.
So when people have trouble breathing or participating in life in general and they showing up and stuff like that, it's just the grief that's stored there. So it's just, that's why we kind of just freeze up the fight or flight kind of. And so that's why people will try to, that's why so many healers are like, breathe, 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 breathe. And you hear it over and over and over again. It's frustrating, but it's very simple and they don't do it.
I've been there though. But when you're in it, it's not easy to switch. It's not easy.
It's not. And I literally had to think to breathe. It's hilarious. I literally have to go breathe. Or then I had to catch myself and realize, oh, I'm not breathing. So I'll just like randomly just be there talking to people and just not breathe.
Holding your breath.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh God, I have to breathe. Oh God, I have to breathe.
It's the same when you're clenching as well. Mm-hmm. So when you're holding your breath, you're likely to be clenching your shoulders at the same time without even realizing it, and your body's all tense. Mm-hmm. One of the things that when you deal with meditation is to remind people to relax your shoulders, because we can just go into that stance automatically.
Yeah. So it kind of comes up, the rage and jealousy and stuff like that. But it takes time because there's different aspects and smaller chakras and higher heart and lower heart and the major one and then behind the heart. So it's fun stuff. Which we'll, I guess, get into eventually. We are doing another live. The next live we are doing is for a higher heart. It's like the thymus area, and it's going to revolve around, it's not the same thing as throat, but it's going to revolve around similar things, which we'll get into. We'll post that later. But our next live is going to be the higher heart. And it'll help with manifestations, getting into your soul purpose, stuff like that. But right now, we do have Susan on the list. So
she's been waiting patiently for us. Thank you, honey.
Yes, thank you for waiting patiently. Susan, if you could just say hi or let us know that you're here.
She's probably doing lots of things in the background. She's just got us playing. Knowing Susan.
She's
Thank you for all the hearts, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
I just feel like I need to breathe right now. One other thing is forgiveness. I know I only touched on it briefly, but forgiveness is huge when you're learning to open up your heart again. It's huge. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Susan. And Susan, is there something specific? Ooh. Is there something specific that you'd like to talk about that happened recently while we're going to go ahead and start into this session? You can just get it off your chest if you'd like to.
I'm getting messages already if you want me to start.
Please, go ahead.
Are we frozen? Are we back now? Let us know before I start talking.
Yes.
I don't want you to miss this message. Oh my God. Sometimes it just does that. Hopefully it's not stuck. It's okay for me. I can hear you in that. Are we still frozen, honey? Or are we okay?
We shouldn't be frozen anymore.
It might be your service, Susan. You just never know. I think there's definitely a bit of a lag, you know. Mm-hmm. It's fine now. Cool. Yay. Oh my God. Don't do that to a spirit. So I'm already, when I was tapping in, so I do feel the sacral too, which is why I kept talking about it at the beginning. But I do feel grief. I don't know whether this is recent or I don't know how recent, but there's some sadness that I can feel. But I feel like you've pushed it down, which is why it's at the sacral. But it does affect the heart too. I feel like there's this, I don't know whether you get any problems with the gut area as well, because I feel like it's almost, I just get this feeling of it traveling around. So the lower chakras, but also the stomach area. I feel like you are, because they keep pointing inside, I feel like you are examining yourself internally when it comes to healing, probably more so than what you ever have before. And that's because of where you're at energetically with your work. And I feel like you're looking at yourself more. And I just want to do a bit of work to help with the gut area, the lower, but it's all going to connect. So I'm just going to be quiet and let Baishu talk while I just do. I feel like I just got to shift some of the energy out. So I'm going to do that.
All right, Susan. So I was just listening while Pamela was talking, and it's just I see so many wonderful things that she's doing, and I don't know if you like doing some kind of arts and crafts on the floor, like on your knees, or I don't know if it's like painting or whatever it is that you're doing. It kind of gives you a release. What they're suggesting is maybe possibly doing a painting and let your emotions out, like your anger, your frustration, like let it all out onto the painting. And if you have an area in the backyard or something where you can start a fire, throw that painting into the fire. All of those emotions, that anger, that frustration, those emotions that you can't say to anyone because you're afraid that they might judge you, or you can't voice outside, like, oh, that makes me a bad person. If I feel this way, that makes me a bad person. The judgment of self, where you're just like, I felt jealous, or I felt angry, or I felt whatever I felt. Hi, Steph. Thank you for coming on. Whatever feelings that you're feeling, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. It's okay to feel exactly what you're feeling in the place that you're doing it. There's no worrying about what others feel or think. does not matter, because everyone has their own path or journey. So what I do sometimes, even now, in this very moment, like this week, I'll tell you, Susan, I was thinking something and I was like, oh, wow, that's so cool. I wish I could do that. And I felt that for a second and I was like, oh, I got jealous. I was like, oh, I got jealous of them. And they're my friends. I have no bad intentions. It's no lasting jealousy. It's no, oh, God, I wish they don't have that. It's just, for a moment, I got jealous. And I was like, I recognized it. And I was like, okay, I got jealous. It's all right. Let's kind of shift that energy. I recognized it. Let's shift it. And why did I feel that way?
Yeah.
Kind of go from there, and then I have to be gentle to myself and be like, okay, I felt that way. It's okay. And I'm not beating myself up for feeling the way I feel, because I'm my worst critic sometimes,
Yeah.
because I was feeling some kind of grief in your lungs too, that I'm trying to go ahead, not trying to, I'm going ahead and transmuting for you. I just felt like I just saw some water and in the lung space or the pleural space. It's just kind of like some kind of density in water. And I don't know if you've been coughing recently, or when you sit down or get back up, if positionally you feel discomfort. It's whenever, I don't know if it's like a fluid issue or something like that, but it's just try to do some more breathing exercises and try to be more honest with yourself and not worry about what other people think. Yeah, I felt this way. Great. Yeah, I felt like doing this. If you feel like doing something funny or silly in your backyard, without your neighbors thinking what's going to happen, go ahead and do that. Because the more you do that, the more you bring yourself into your power. It's not about what I'm saying or what she's saying. It's more of you bringing yourself into your power, where you have more access to your own power. The more someone disassociates or shames themselves or doesn't own up to who they are, the more that they fracture, and the more that they don't know how to call back those fractured aspects, it becomes harder to be living in one's true self or being more whole, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And you're welcome to ask any questions. I'm sorry, Pam, did you want to say something?
No, I was just agreeing with you. I was just agreeing with you. I kind of just shifted some of this denser energy that was hanging around. I do feel like it's moving now, and you do need to have some type of release of that. So I know you do artwork, so it would be a really good idea to get your emotions out that way. And I love the idea of burning it. I think that would be really good for you. I feel like there is something that needs to be released. Like, we can do so much energetically, but I do feel like you need to do your part too. That's what I'm hearing. I did pull a card, and it's funny how it turned up and said inner wakefulness, because that's exactly what I felt. Like, you're doing a lot of inner work now, which is why this is coming up, which is good because it's clearing. And it says, I'm completely awake and tuned into my truth, clarity, and inner wisdom. So because of that, because you've shifted, this is almost like, it's probably not going to be the last thing that you ever have to shift. But I feel like right now, this is just something that's going to catapult you. So if you can allow it to come out, it's going to catapult you to where you need to be. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It feels like, because it also feels like when we're able to identify the emotion, whether it's anger, rage, frustration, whatever the said emotion might be, it's easier to overcome the emotion as opposed to being in denial of it. Because a lot of people that I speak to, I'll just suddenly feel them being a little bit ragey. Their energy will suddenly go to rage, and then I'll be like, wait, what's wrong? Why are you angry? And they're like, I'm not angry. And I'm like, I have a number of times that I've heard that, and then for them to come back later and be like, oh wow, I was angry about this, and this.
You didn't realize it.
People don't, they're so disassociated, or they're so worried about the emotion or the judgment behind the feeling, that they won't say, I am angry, this is anger. They won't know how to identify the emotion. They won't, or they're so detached from what that connection was to self, that they don't know what it is. So sometimes it takes them a while to realize that that's anger. And when you do have anger, Burning things helps. Doing some kind of martial arts, running will help that run the energy. Burning things will help. You can ask the candle to help you run that energy. Just running that energy, running it somehow will help.
What's so interesting is on the card, there's fire on her throat. So it just goes hand in hand with the message and with the fire and with it. I do feel like it could do with speaking it, but if you can't, then the other options are just as valid. It's going to be exactly the same outcome when you can release it. Oh no, we're frozen again. Hold on. It's moving my solar plexus. Yeah, good. I'm glad it tickled. That's awesome. Good. Oh, I don't know why it keeps freezing because it's finally sent, honey. Yeah, singing is good, Steph. We were talking about all the other things you can do to shift the energy.
Steph says I like to
Dancing.
sing and get out the energy. Yeah, that's wonderful. That's a wonderful idea to do that. Whenever I sing too, it raises my vibration. Suppose I'm really sad, Pam, or like I heard some not great news. It really helps me to, when I sing, even if it's like sad singing or like like Adele in the background going.
Oh yeah, just got to get it out.
I feel my vibration just lifting instantly. So that's an excellent suggestion, Steph.
Alanis Morissette, I love her. Love, love, love. Takes me back to the 90s when I used to do my life drawing classes. I used to play her in the background.
Susan, if you feel a little uneasiness in your chest, we're burning away stuff that's not in alignment with you right now, so that's what you might be feeling. Just do me a favor and try to breathe with me. Just try to take a few deep breaths for me, and that'll help. And if anyone else would also like a reading, let us know. And if anyone else would like a card, also let us know, or ask any questions if you'd like at this time.
So just to finish up, I wanted to get a specific card about, why this is all happening. And then, of course, I mean, we both work with sacred geometry. So we got the macabre, which is all about transcendence. It's shifting. That's what's happening right now. It says you are rising energetically. I mean, it just says it all when you look at that, So I just wanted to get that last bit of message. It just felt it was calling to me that day. So yeah, that's awesome. I see so many good things going forward with your art and your Reiki.
I do. She's about to incorporate something new into her Reiki. It's just whenever she gets over this next speed bump, I'm guessing. I'm seeing a little speed bump. So whenever she gets over this next speed bump, it's like she's about to incorporate something new into her Reiki, which I think is excellent. I don't know if you already have business cards, or you're expanding your business, or I'm not sure what stage of the business you're at. But thank you, Steph, for coming on. Have a great day.
Thank you, honey.
I would, if you don't already have business cards, maybe get business cards. And well, the Merkaba also, Susan, for me, it could also be Metatron sometimes that comes in, is he also works very closely with sacred geometry and the Akashic records. But some people also like reading the Akashic records or reading their own Akashic record, which sometimes Metatron helps us with if you ask him to. Has many different functions. Yes. So, but yeah, you could do that.
So maybe that's going to work alongside your Reiki, because I know that you have psychic abilities. I know that your guides have been, there's a couple of guides who came through a few times that we've worked. So next time that you are in meditation, ask who feels right to come forward. It could be Metatron. You'll know who feels right to ask to come forward and ask why, to be shown what it is. We sometimes forget to ask, and it can really help.
I hear someone, it feels like an angelic presence. Her name's, strangely enough, Lisa. I hear Elisa, and I also Metatron, obviously, we just mentioned that you can work with. So there's that.
It is itching as well. When everyone knows itches, it's always spirit.
Oh, there's like so many people in this room. My dog's like jumping and biting things.
It's all the vibes and all the energy.
It's hilarious.
And all the beings. But yeah, you are going to be shown lots going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, honey. I'm excited for you.
Good luck,
so
Susan.
excited for you.
Thank you so much for letting us help you out.
If we got there in the end.
Yes, we did.
Nothing happens before it's time.
I just love it. I just love the whole. She has a specific thing that she does with the painting and everything, and depending on where she chooses to go. But I just felt like she should get that message about expanding her business. Or
yeah, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did have the macabre last time. I remember now, and it's funny how they, you know, my guide told me to pick up the deck and choose the card, and that was the same card. So, you know, the same message. You know, when we get the same message over and over, it's like,
I think they're trying to say something.
I can't tell you how many numbers I've seen today. Oh my god,
bro! How can I tell you? Yeah, I've been seeing like 555 on a regular. I see all the time 111s, 222s, and then 777s. Recently, sevens. I've been seeing a lot of sevens and a lot of twos, Pam. And I'm like, all right, guys, this is cute, but like, can you like verbally tell me though? Like, I think this is super cute. The numbers are great.
as soon as I get them, I put it into Google and I get my message there. And then. I get a different one every time. I got 1919 yesterday, and that message was like, okay.
I'll like Google it too, and I'll be like, angel numbers 1111 or angel numbers 24556, and there's like, it's hilarious.
And I say to people, don't search it too much. Just pick what jumps out to you, and that's your message. You're never gonna get something that's not for you, because you're basically working with your intention there, and spirit's working with you in that moment. I've been doing that ever since I was little. My daughters do it now. She was like, Mom, I saw this number. Look, she said she took a screenshot of what it meant, and she was like, is that because I'm doing this, this, and this? I said, yeah.
yeah, that's why.
She loves it. It's like magic.
Yes, you're very welcome, Susan. I'm grateful that you came on here today too. Congratulations on the next part of your journey.
Yes, I'm excited. You're going to have to keep me informed.
Yes. And tag me in your new paintings. Any new paintings you do, tag me. But yeah, so that's what we have for now, unless you had to add anything else on the general messages. And again, if anyone has a question or would like a card, let us know. Pam, you have anything else to add?
No, I do want to just pull a quick card for Lisa.
Okay.
Just because I'm being drawn to. Not a huge message, but I've just been drawn to pick a card for you. And I've got Lemurian, what did it say? Seed codes. And this is coming up from your root. I almost feel like you're starting from scratch with something. And it says embracing your sensitivity and uniqueness and living with grace. And the Lemurian crystal there is just saying it's okay to be sensitive, it's okay to be different. You're learning to embrace that and feel. You're learning to feel. So that was just especially for you, because you always come on and support me. So love you, darling.
All right, thank you so much, Susan. All right, so that's all. That's what we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for coming on and spending some time with us. And
they had 1212. Look it up.
I would look up 1212. Angel number 1212. Look that up. And there's different websites, but whichever catches your eye, just open that one and see what it says to you. Someone told me once that when people say it's 1111, to watch your thoughts. What are you thinking exactly when it says 1111 or 666? What are your thoughts in the moment? And if you have enough time, shift that energy or shift that thought. If that's not something that you want to keep in your energetic field, like suppose you're thinking, oh, I don't have this, or like something, whatever you're thinking in that moment, if you don't like it, shift it.
Yeah, definitely. Mm-hmm. Do you know, I've been saying that since I was young. Do you know, another thing when how I get numbers is number plates on cars. But you know what? I actually get names as well on number plates.
I'll say like cars, like after a few, like especially if I'm stuck, like it's traffic slow or I'm stuck in traffic, I'm like, you guys are hilarious. This is funny, haha. Like, okay.
I do get funny ones as well, ones that aren't spiritual. Like yesterday, I got a number plate. It said Mr. Shaft.
Oh my God. Someone paid extra money for that. You realize they paid extra money for his number. And the thing is, okay, so for me, Pam, personally, I thought that would be a really cool thing to like customize my number plate. Yeah. Hi, Andrea. Welcome. Hi. Thank you for joining us. I see number plates and they're like, first of all, I used to be like, I'm going to get a pink bedazzled number plate. And then I'm going to get a cute name on a number and everything. But then I was like, it's probably going to stand out. And if I ever accidentally go over the speed limit or it attracts people. It attracts people. And, I don't know if I want traction on the road when I'm driving, Especially, oh, did we catch him? Mr. Shaft. We got him.
And it was a convertible car. And he got his shades on. And I was just like, I don't know why was I shown that? I don't know.
He's literally calling that attention to him. He wants to get shafted. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Lisa says, I feel like I'm starting again. Couldn't have said it better myself, Pamela. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You deserve that message.
You do.
Oh, that was funny. I can't believe I shared the Mr. Shaft message. But you know what? I might even share the photo that I took of it.
Oh my God.
Just to prove the point, because I always, you know me, I take photos of everything. Whenever I get messages, I'm taking a photo. It's hilarious.
It is. It's pretty funny. They have ways. Okay.
We will go if nobody else wants the reading or healing. Thank you, Andrea, for popping on, darling.
Thank you. We are, again, we will see you guys in a few weeks about the higher heart chakra as our next live. So we'll go ahead and post that. We have the next few in the series. It's going to be higher heart and throat. So we have a few coming up, but we will keep you posted and we'll see you guys all there. Thank you so much for coming on.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Have a great weekend. Bye.
Weekend, Monday. Have a great week.
Have a great week. We're a little disoriented, aren't we? All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.